Magomedkerimov taking on Bobby Super Duper Cooper. Tail of the tape. You see Magomedov, younger of the two fighters by 4 years, almost identical in the height, weight, and reach. The 2-inch reach advantage for Cooper. Both two strikers. This should be a battle that takes place on the feet rate. Let's throw it up to ring announcer Jazz Securo for the particulars.
Your referee for this fight is Big Dan Mergliata.
If you want to touch gloves, you can. Touch gloves? All right, good luck, guys. Back to you. All right, you ready, sir? You ready, sir? Let's go, fight.
First round of a scheduled 3-round affair. Magomed in the pure white trunks. Cooper in the white with black and red. Cooper starting off early in the jab, and Ray, in our pre-fight questionnaire, he said he believes he has the fastest jab in MMA.
Boy, that's a huge statement. Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, so far he's, throwing that jab out there.
Magomed says his favorite punch is his right cross. He loves to keep the fight standing, and that's exactly the kind of fight that Bobby Cooper wants to be in as well. So I think we have the potential to have a nice striking battle, a slugfest.
Right. And I think right now they're really testing each other's reflexes, how they work off that jab. And going back to what we were saying before, whether Magomed feels nervous or he's excited. When you have someone like Khabib in the corner, who's the #1 contender in the world, you got to be excited to fight.
And you can see in these opening exchanges, Cooper, he just attempted a right kick, but most of his arsenal, his onset, has been that jab to the body. It's more of a boxer setup, where Magomedov has been working jabs to the head, kicks to the leg. He's been incorporating high and low strikes, more of a kickboxing style of striking.
Right, and the Super Duper is actually, he's counting off really nicely off Magomed's right hand as well. I mean, he's working that jab to his advantage, and the more he keeps it out there, he eventually will find, there you go, the range for that right hand. One of the things I tell the guys all the time, work off your jab, find your distance. And that, that jab's gonna set up everything. Did he just throw a right hand to the front leg?
Yeah,
that's what it looked like. That's something I've heard announcers does to me all the time.
Does it
I hate
work?
it when he does that.
And you see, you're talking about the jab of Cooper and using it to fight distance, but you see Magomed going to the inside leg kick as well, and that's kind of a distance finder as well, right?
Right, absolutely.
Cooper landing a right leg kick of his own, following up with a jab. Big overhand right, followed by a left hook by Magomedov. Magomed's got 11 first-round finishes, 9 KOs, 5 submissions, so he's dangerous on his feet and on the ground. Cooper not as much as a finisher. Only 1 KO on his record, 3 wins by submission, as Cooper changes levels and goes to the body with a straight right.
Well, he's got to keep that right hand up, because Magomed has thrown that left high kick pretty quick.
And he's nice dropping single, but he's throwing the left kick without switching stance. He's just lifting that leg up, so he can get in range where you think you're safe and lift that kick and hit it.
He's just, he's sneaking that right leg back up forward a little bit and whipping that left kick.
What can Cooper do to counter that? When you got a guy who's in range and he's on one leg in the air, what can Cooper do to take advantage of that?
Again, just what he just did. I mean, you got to block it and step right inside the pocket with that straight right left hook. But it's all about timing, because if his timing's not on, he could walk into a right hand from Magomed as well.
Just over 1 minute left in the round. A fairly even affair. Good exchanges, a feeling out process at first, but they're both opening him up with good combinations. The leg kick attempt by Cooper. Magomed used it to secure the leg, change levels, get the takedown, and he's got Cooper pinned against the fence with 50 seconds left in that first round.
I don't think this is where Super Duper Cooper wanted to be.
Yeah. Yeah, in our pre-fight questionnaire, you know, Cooper said that his boxing, his kickboxing, his cardios are his strengths, but he ranked his wrestling and his submission as the lowest thing in his arsenal, the lowest capabilities have as a martial artist.
Right.
So that might be the area that Magomed can exploit in this fight.
Yeah, and I think he did. I mean, he attempted the first one with a real low ankle attempt to take him down, but you know, he's succeeding at this part of it.
A fairly even battle on the feet. Magomed with about 40 seconds left in the round, secured the takedown. Did he do enough to win that first round?
I think with that takedown and having top position, I think that stole him the round. But right up to that point, it was pretty even.
And let's take a look at the takedown secured by Magomed. There's the leg kick. He used it to close the distance, tries for the double, goes to the body lock,
yep.
And then just wrenches him down, drags him down to the cage.
But you see, he sacrificed that body kick, I mean that low kick, to get that takedown.
To close the distance.
Yeah, exactly.
And there it is again. You see he tried to grab the kick. He used it to enter in on his takedown, switch to the body lock, and then use the cage to help drag Cooper to the ground. Ray, from a striker's perspective, what did you like from both guys in that first round?
I liked Cooper's jab, the way he kicked it and the way he used it. I like to see a little bit more kicks from him, but I also like to see Magomed set up his kicks with the jab.
Let's go, fight.
Round 2 is underway. Bobby Super Duper Cooper in the white trunks with the black and red. Magomed Magomedkerimov in the all-white trunks.
Cooper goes right straight back to the jab, and so does Magomed, which is, again, that's the best weapon to find that range to use to set up certain things, whether it's a low kick, straight right, left hook. You know, all these kind of things come off that jab.
They seem fairly even on the feet. If I can pick one thing out that I think in the striking exchange Magomed's doing better, it's that right there. He's not just jabbing and punching to combinations, he's putting kicks in his combinations. Cooper's thrown a kick here or there, but he's been more jab boxing heavy.
Right, right. And sometimes, you know, Cooper should use those low kicks to set up his hands, just to get inside.
Magomed and Cooper trading jabs. Cooper finding the right hand, grazing off the head of Magomed.
The other thing that Cooper's doing really well is countering off Magomed's attack.
And you know what, he's almost countering the counter because he enters with the jab.
Right.
When Magomed fires back, he pulls back a little and then does right that. He pulls and then fires with an overhand left hook.
What he should do now is try to go the other way. See, that was nice, the beautiful high left kick. What I'd like to see Cooper now do is attack a little to set up that counter. Do you know what I mean?
Draw that counter
right
out. Now with Magomed, you see him keep on going to that lead left kick, but there's nothing behind it. Cooper's starting to gauge that, pulling off it. Do you think Magomed should step down off that level with the right hand or another attack?
Absolutely. The same as the counter, which will come from the other side. So Magomed should sit again. After that high left kick, sit in the pocket, straight right down the center, left hook. And then it sets up for that takedown as well.
Cooper cutting off the cage, keeping Magomed against the fence. There's the left kick from Magomed. Cooper firing a 1-2, nothing finding its range, nothing finding its home.
What a matrix from Magomed there.
Yeah. And just approaching the halfway point of round 2, and this is where I see, just like the first round, it's fairly even on the feet. What I look for now as the second round progresses, I look for, as we get to the 1:30 mark, the 1 minute mark, for Magomed to look to secure a takedown and steal the round.
Well, yeah, that's because right now I think Cooper's starting to find his range with him, and he's countering off really well. You know what I mean? So this is where, yep, there you go. Magomed's got to set up that takedown as well by using that jab. Again, go back to that jab. Maybe even throw a 1-2 down the center to shoot a double.
Cooper pressing the action, lands the stiff jab, snapping back the head of Magomed. Nice left body kick by Magomed, and he followed with the right hand after that, and he didn't find the home for it, but he threw it.
Right. But the difference is now, as the fight goes on, Cooper's striking is a little bit more polished. Magomed is starting to get, you know, a little bit wild now.
Cooper really, he's found his range, he's found his distance and his timing.
Yeah, that's right. He's found that rhythm. And again, he's got to be careful because.
And there's that takedown we talked about. He went from the double, he switched off to the single, the high C.
Yep.
He dumps him, he secures the takedown. Just over 1 minute left in the round. And that seems like that's been his strategy. Engage in an even back and forth striking match. And when it comes to the end of the round, secure the takedown, ride it out, and hopefully win the round.
Right. I mean, it's working for him. Right now, he has control of the fight.
Cooper trying to get back to his feet. He's on his knees. A good knee to the thigh of Cooper from Magomed. Another knee to the thigh. And those add up. You take those leg kicks, the accumulation, you start to feel it, especially as the fight progresses.
That's right.
Scooping him again, gets the takedown, landing into the full guard of super duper Bobby Cooper. Just under 30 seconds left in the second round.
What is on the ground is just a duper Cooper.
There's no super. The super got removed. Well, what does Cooper have to do here? He's ended up in this position. He seems like he's staying flat on his back.
Right. Again, you know, as a lot of guys do, or trainers will say, listen, use the cage to get up. I mean, that's the only way. I mean, apart from scrambling and getting up on your feet, but he's got to force that and get up.
Let's take a look back at some highlights of the second round. And here we see Magomedov eats the jab, lands a left hook of his head, both punches snapping it back. He rolls under, adds another left hook to the arsenal, changes levels, and this is where he secures that first takedown. The big high C to the dump. And here we see the second takedown from Magomedkerimov. Again, he's got that single leg, scoops him up with it, dumps him. He uses the leg to trip and end up in the full guard of Bobby Cooper. Coming into the third round, Ray, how do you score this fight?
Well, again, you know, Magomed is doing the right things. I think Cooper needs to pressure the action, and because he's such a good counter fighter too, he's got to try to pressure that action, force Magomed to make mistakes, and then counter. Because right now, what he's doing is that he's following him around, but he's not pressuring the action.
Let's go fight.
Does Cooper need a finish?
I think so, because I think he's behind 2 rounds right now. Although the fight's still very close, it's still a 10-9, you know, to Magomed.
Magomed feints, threatens with that takedown. Cooper stalking, pressing the action, working behind that jab. And you know what, Ray? He does have a good jab. I don't know if it's the fastest jab in all of MMA. I've seen your jab. And I think for a heavyweight, you throw a jab quicker than most lightweights.
And this is the thing, you know, Cooper, what I like to see Cooper do is maybe double that jab, right hand, things like that.
Beautiful, jab to the body, overhand right over the top.
And then what he just did, jab to the body, right hand, left hook. And, you know, the next combination, maybe add a low kick to it.
He mixed it up, a multi-level attack.
Exactly.
And what we see, a big right hand from Magomed, drops Cooper to the ground. Cooper pops back up, says, come on, bring it on. If it's a war you want, it's a war you're gonna get.
Right, and this is exactly what was coming next.
And here, that's the problem. Cooper, he was frustrated because he got rocked, he got emotional, he starts walking forward, egging him on, and he forgot about he's in a fight. You're giving up the takedown.
Right. And you're going against someone that just took you down when he felt like it.
Exactly.
So, you know.
Bobby Cooper in a bad position. Little over 3 minutes left in the third round. Magomed heavy on him, pinning him into the cage, controlling the position. Cooper trying to mount some striking offense from bottom, but it's really not enough to secure or do any damage.
Well, that's right. I mean, you know, he shouldn't even waste time trying to pepper things like that, because what he should focus on is, you know, getting up, getting onto his knees, working his way back up to his feet.
How does he do that from this position?
Well, right now he's got to turn on the side, try and get an underhook, slide up, push himself up against the cage, and try and call up the cage.
And you can hear, I can hear his corner saying, "Back to the cage, get your back to the cage." So then they're giving him the same advice you just gave us.
That's exactly it. Now he's on his step up.
Step up again. You gotta step up here if you want this match.
Magomed doing a great job of riding Bobby Cooper. Cooper makes it to his knees every time he tries to
pop
get
right
back up.
You gotta pop up right now. Force Magomed to try and lift you and take you down. Get him, you know, get him to use his energy.
You see Magomed doing a good job of using that left leg to sweep out the left leg of Cooper.
There you go.
Cooper back to his feet.
Should have kept that whizzer.
Just under 2 minutes left in the third and final round. This round has been all Magomedkerimov.
Magomedkerimov is doing a great killing job against the super duper Cooper.
Magomedkerimov is keeping him off.
Yeah. We gotta be careful here before we start saying things that we're not supposed to say.
Magomed having success in the third round with his striking. He dropped Cooper with the big right hand. Right after that, he secured the takedown. The rest of this round has taken place on the mat, with Kerimov doing this right now. Top position, raining down shots to the body, big shots to the head, looking to take the back of Bobby Cooper.
These Russians and their ground and pound is deadly.
Well, you know what? They grow up doing combat sambo, which is pretty much full-on MMA.
Right.
So they come into the cage even when it's their first pro fight. And it's a nice reversal by Bobby Cooper.
Nice. But unfortunately, he ends up back on the mat.
Magomed did a great job of countering that reversal, using the wizard against Bobby Cooper and pinning him right down against the mat. 15 seconds left in the third and final round. Bobby Cooper needs a miracle right now. It doesn't look like it's going to happen as the clock is slowly ticking away. Third and final round in the books. Good competitive fight. First 2 rounds, good exchanges on their feet. I felt like Magomed stole the rounds with the takedowns at the last minute of each round, but that third round was all Magomedkerimov.
Yeah, absolutely. Magomed put him on his bed.
Landed a nice shot to his head.
And then he felt like he was dead.
And let's take a look back at some highlights from this bout. Magomed, and here we see Magomed coming forward, the jab to the body, the jab, the overhand right. Cooper countering the leg kick. Magomed using that to close the distance, secure the takedown. He was efficient with his takedown, lands the left hook. Cooper eggs him on. Magomed lands another left hook and goes right into another takedown.
Yeah, and right here, you know, again, there's a straight right. Cooper's edging him on. He shoots, take him down.
And let's throw it up to Jazz Sakiro for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of professional fighting, we go to your judges' scorecards. We do have a split decision. Judge Henry Gary scores it 30-27 for Magomedkerimov. Judge Marcus Danforth scores it 29-28 for Cooper. Judge Ross Swanberg scores it 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Magomed Magomedkerimov.
I really would like to see the judge.
But good win for Magomed. But you know what I liked? When they announced the one judge gave it to Bobby Cooper,
and
he kind of shrugged his shoulders and shook
he
his
was
head.
surprised.
Yeah, he didn't say, like, I don't think I got around.
Right. I mean, I was surprised.